my little party animals. Hiphiprenee here today with a brand new speed furnish for you. That's right, speed furnish, because this house is already built. This house was built by the ever amazing UniqueSimmer, who is one of my very, very good Sims friends. We talk almost every single day, and we have collabed in the past. I think we've done probably 2, maybe 3 together at this point, whether it be, us just collabing together with just the 2 of us, or we were in a group collab together. But we have worked together in the past, and the last time that we collabed together, I built the house and UniqueSimmer had furnished the house. So when we had talked about doing another collab together, I suggested, this time it is not my time to build the house. It is my time to furnish the house because I do love furnishing. A lot of the collabs that I have done recently, I have been doing the actual building, which is not something that I hate. It's not that I don't enjoy it or anything like that, but I really do prefer furnishing a lot of the time. I just think it's super fun, and with all of the items that we have, there's just so many different things that you can do. So UniqueSimmer built this beautiful, amazing house for me. I think I downloaded this house and then just stared at it for a long while, because I do enjoy, very classic kind of styles. I do a lot of suburban-y styles, but I don't do a lot of what I would consider really grand styled homes. I do a lot more, just kind of lived in fun family homes. But this house, I really felt like it called for, just some really grand furnishings. The wallpapers seem to fit a little bit better than just plain wall colors. I did end up cutting out when I selected the actual colors for the walls, because otherwise, guys, it took me forever. It took me forever to furnish this house, because not only was I a little bit out of my wheelhouse here as far as just kind of the style of the house. I think it's super cute. It's very cool. It's like a really big manor style house. That's not something that I typically do on my own. Again, I usually go for, rusticy or suburban-y, just kind of very almost generic, and I'm totally fine calling it generic because it's my channel, and I don't particularly find that offensive. I am okay saying that my channel has very generic looking houses. That's what I enjoy building. That's what I feel like I am good at. So, hopefully the people who are on my channel also feel like I am good at those things and also enjoy watching those things, because that is my style. That is what I like to go for. This house, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to go with a lot of really dark wood tones, which, again, completely out of my wheelhouse. Normally I go with the light and the bright and try and keep everything, really fun and airy and just, open and just looking nice. And I really wanted to go with something a little bit more classic, a little bit, again, grander looking. So I did go with some more upscale furniture and paintings on the wall. I used a lot of the fancier ones that I don't tend to use. I switched up how I normally do my bathrooms. Normally my bathrooms are, gray or white or whatnot, but this time I ended up going with tan. Again, I really wanted to keep with the dark classic kind of looking, I don't know, again, just like a manor home, I feel like this is a very grand home, and maybe some very grand Sims live in here. When I do go around for my screenshots, I do actually just take my Sim self and stick her in the house. I did this time, I went and I adopted 3 children because I wanted to make sure that I had some kids in my screenshots, because I did put some children's rooms in here. There is a nursery upstairs. There is also a double children's bedroom for 2 little girls. So I did adopt 3 girls. 1 of them is a baby. 2 of them are actual children. And this house being as grand and as beautiful as it is, I thought that they might enjoy having a butler. So upstairs there are butler's quarters as well, which is really fun. That's not something that I typically do in my houses. this is much larger than the houses I typically build. Every once in a while, I will have a moment where, you know, I'm really feeling building a big, huge, beautiful house, and I make, you know, this really crazy big house. Not usually, though. Most of the time, my houses are between 2 and 3 bedrooms. Nothing super crazy going on. But again, I did not build this house. I am just furnishing it. So Unique gave me this really big grand manor. And, you know, if I lived in a house this big, I can tell you right now, I am not about to clean it by myself. There is no way. And I assume somebody that lives in a house as large and as grand as this house can afford to have a maid and have a butler, maybe even have like a live-in cook or something like that. So upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms. Again, one of them is a nursery, one of them is a child's room, and the other is the master. And then, of course, we have the butler's quarters. The butler's quarters, I'm not going to try and talk about them too much right now, but I really do enjoy how they came out. There are 2 bathrooms downstairs. Both of the bathrooms are just half bathrooms. I felt like it was a little weird maybe to have a shower or a bathtub downstairs. I don't know, just this style of house didn't really speak to me in that way. That being said, I do kind of regret not putting a shower or a bathtub in here, because then I went upstairs and there's 2 bathrooms upstairs. One of them is the master bathroom, so it is in the master bedroom. The other one is part of the butler's quarters, and I didn't realize, or it didn't occur to me until I was actually taking the screenshots for this build, that there's really no bathroom that is easily accessible for the 2 girls that live upstairs, for the 2 children. So they are either going to have to go into the butler's quarters to take their showers or their tubs or what have you, or they're going to have to go into the master bedroom. Complete oversight on my part. I'm sure that if I really wanted to, I could have gotten another bathroom upstairs. But I don't know, I guess it just was not in my brain when I was furnishing this house to make sure that there was like a bathroom for everybody to be able to use while they were upstairs. So we are moving over to the other side of the kitchen. If you notice on the first side of the kitchen, we did a nice big dining room. This side over here, we are doing kind of like a more, like a formal sitting area or a parlor. It's not really like, you know, I can't see the kids really hanging out in this room. This is definitely more of a first show room. It's not really a room that you would probably use a lot. Same thing with this room. So this room is kind of like the library / office. And I know that it's not Christmas. I know that we are nowhere near Christmas, but I didn't want to have a big empty space in this room. And I also didn't want to put another seating area in this room because there's a formal sitting room / parlor. There is also a family room over on the other side. There's a big dining room. There's a big kitchen. It just didn't feel right to have like 3 separate sitting areas downstairs. And I really did want to make sure I got like a main computer in so the whole family had a space to be able to use a computer. I wanted to have a little bit of a library. But again, I know it's not Christmas. I did throw a Christmas tree in this room just to take up some space in the middle of the room. I think it's a perfect area for it. This seems, I don't know, if I had a really big house like this, I would probably get an actual Christmas tree or at least a big fake Christmas tree. I don't like the smell of actual Christmas trees. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about the smell of Christmas trees, because I can't stand it. It actually, and I feel horrible saying this, like the smell of Christmas trees actually makes me sick to my stomach, to the point where like I can't even really be in the same room. I can't, like when I lived with my parents used to get an actual Christmas tree. And there was like a month and a half where I just could not be in the living room. I could not hang out downstairs. It literally just, I don't know, something about the smell does not agree with me. So I'm more of a fake Christmas tree person. But if I had a really big, crazy house like this, I feel like I would definitely need to use one of those rooms and put in a nice big Christmas tree for the family to enjoy. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This room over here is, again, the, more relaxed sitting area. So there is a TV in here. The furniture is a little bit less than the rest of the furniture. The rest of the furniture kind of feels like, don't put your feet on that. Don't touch anything. Don't eat your food in this room. Like, it's all very kind of like, you know, when you go into a house and you feel like you're in a museum and you're not allowed to touch anything because everything is pristine and perfect and put in its place, and just, you know, that's kind of the feel that I wanted to go for a lot of this house, which again, the Sims that live in this house definitely do not fit this house, but I didn't want to take my entire day, you know, creating this crazy grand family just to be able to take some screenshots. I probably should have just stuck the land grabs in here. I feel like this house kind of is a little bit more land grabby than something that I would normally work on. So we are finally moving to the upstairs here. The upstairs has quite a few rooms, and there were 2 rooms, this one that we are currently working on, as well as the one next to it, that are a little small and a little awkwardly shaped, and I wasn't quite sure what to do with them when I started out. So I did take a break in between doing the first floor and the second floor, just to kind of collect myself and figure out exactly what it is that I wanted to do. And then I thought about it and I was like, okay, well, this really long room is right next to the master bedroom. The master bedroom is shaped a little funny, doesn't really have a ton of space in it. So maybe I use that really long room as kind of like a really giant walk-in closet. So that is exactly what I did in here. I just put a ton of clothes hanging up on the wall. There's a few dressers in here. There's a few mirrors in here. We have some shoe racks in here. So that room is, you know, just for, you know, kind of getting ready and getting dressed and not having to worry about having your clothes in your actual bedroom. You have a really just nice big walk-in closet here. So then we are moving over to the master bedroom. Of course, I had to get this jacuzzi in here. I love these corner bathtubs. Let me tell you, if I could ask for one thing, like just one, like if I had a genie pop out of a lamp and I could ask for one thing, it would be for a giant bathtub. I just want a giant, crazy bathtub. I said this to Rob the other day. I was like, can we demolish our entire downstairs bathroom and just make the room a really, really big bathtub? He unfortunately turned me down and said, no, we can't do that, which makes me really sad because the bathtub that we have is not that great. It's really kind of tiny. I love taking baths, and I think it's just from teaching so often, and, you know, I teach fitness, I teach dance, and I come home and I'm sore a lot of the time, and just sitting in a bathtub really makes me happy. It relaxes me. It relaxes all my muscles. It makes me not hurt quite as much because I am just like constantly I wouldn't say like I'm in pain all the time, but like I don't really feel that great all the time because I'm always sore. I'm always sore from doing something because I'm constantly moving around. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Someday, maybe I will have a house that has a big, crazy, giant bathtub, but right now is not that time, unfortunately. So just going into the master bedroom and just adding a few little touches here and there. I used a lot of the paintings from Brindleton Bay, from Cats and Dogs, that is. I don't know, I feel like they really kind of fit within the house, and there's only so many paintings. Like, I feel like we have a lot of paintings, but there are some very distinct categories of paintings. So we have like the really kind of like stylized, really like expensive looking paintings. Then we have a lot of modern-y looking paintings. And then we have some that, you know, really kind of just fit more into just kind of regular, normal, suburban-y style houses, or, you know, just normal houses that people would live in. So I really tried to use the more expensive looking ones. This room over here is the nursery. I think this is one of my favorite rooms in the entire house, which is really funny because there's not a lot going on in it. But I really liked the green tones of this room. I love the little sitting area. So if mom is feeding the baby, she can just, you know, sit in the chair and relax, feed the baby, you know, whatever it is that she needs to do. So I really enjoyed that room. This room over here is the laundry kind of / like cleaning closet, I guess. And I decided to do this when I realized that I was going to be putting butler's quarters in. And I kind of figured this would be a nice little area so that way you don't really see all of the cleaning crap hanging around the house, there is a specific area for it. It's a really nice area, so, you know, the butler can go in here, get the laundry done, get some cleaning done, store all of their supplies in this room, and it's just kind of like an extra room that people in the house just don't really have to go into. They don't really have to see it. So I like that. I think that is, you know, kind of the perfect use for that space. Although, again, now that I realize that there is no bathroom that the kids can go into to shower easily, that probably should have either split that room in half and done half of it as the laundry room and then half of it as another bathroom, or just done an entire bathroom and had put the laundry in with it. But, you know, hindsight is 20/20, I guess. There is nothing I can do about it now. I do really enjoy what I did with this house, so, you know, I'll take a little mistake here or there. This room over here, this is the butler's quarters. So basically what I did in here is I created them like a little mini apartment. So they have their own bathroom with their shower, their sink, their toilet, that kind of thing. They have a nice little sitting area over in the corner, so they have a TV. They can kind of sit and relax. I did put the parenting board in there. I wasn't intending it to be the parenting board. I was kind of thinking it was more like the butler's schedule of things that they needed to get done depending on what day it is. That's kind of more the idea that I was going for there. They do have a little mini kitchen, so they have a fridge, they have a microwave. They do not have a stove. I figured if they really wanted to cook themselves a meal, they could head downstairs into that giant kitchen and, you know, create whatever kind of meal they were looking for in there. Or I figured maybe the people who live in this house let their butler eat with them because, you know, they live there, so why not? I feel like if I had a butler, like, I would feel really strange having them cook me a meal and then be like, okay, go away. Like, leave me alone. You can't eat with us. Like, that feels really strange to me. I don't know. I've never had a butler, so I guess I'm not really sure how that works. And then, of course, all of these little, like, chalkboards and things like that, I kind of figured that was, you know, again, the butler's tasks, things that they had to do, things that they needed to accomplish, their schedule, that kind of thing. And then this final room over here is the girls' room. So I actually really like this room. This room is very oddly shaped, so I wasn't quite sure what to do with it at first, but I do think that it turned out pretty darn cute. So each of the girls have a matching bed. They also have a matching desk. They do have different things on their desks, but it, you know, it's basically kind of a mirror image of itself. I also did give both of them a little art station. So I do eventually move the art station to the ends of the bed. So they each have their own at the end of the bed. And then we also have the little game table, which I think is super cute. It totally works in this house. I didn't really want to be putting a ton of kids' items around the house just because, I don't know, it felt like too pretty and too grand to just have like toys hanging out all over the place, but they have plenty of things to be able to do in their bedroom. And then, of course, in the family room, they did have a few little things to play with as well. So, of course, we are going into the screenshots now. I really want to thank UniqueSimmer for building this house for me. I had a lot of fun furnishing it despite all of the issues that I had while I was trying to furnish it. I did have my computer crash quite a few times, which hasn't happened in a while. I know I usually mention it in my videos if my computer's been acting up, and it's been fine for at least a few weeks to about a month or two now, and I haven't had any issues, but for some reason, I don't know if it was just like the size of the house or I need to clean some things out because I know I haven't done that in a while, but I was having some problems while I was building this house. It took me a few tries to get it done before I ended up, you know, having everything done and having it all recorded and all that fun stuff, but I really do appreciate Unique for doing this collab with me. I had fun, as we always do. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. If you are new here or you're not new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. I will be back with you guys on Wednesday with another collab. So I am doing a collab with Simmer Aaron and Kitty Cat Plays with Yarn. This time I am building the house. So this week you get to see me furnish a house, and then on Wednesday you will get to see me build a house as well, which will be super fun. And I'm really excited for next week when Island Living drops. So definitely, get ready for that, because I will absolutely have some Island Living builds for you guys come Monday. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So thank you guys again for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.